everyone, welcome to Beauty in the Garden. I'm T. Today we are going to be succession planting. So if you watched my previous video on how to plant a ton of lettuce, now I did do it in a baggy method where you go ahead and you place your seeds on a paper towel and place them in a baggie and you let them germinate. But today we're actually going to go ahead and plant them into our trays today, straight into the soil. Okay, so right here, before we go ahead and even get into this video, I had a ton of questions about this binder. So you guys, this is my seed binder. If you've been following me, you already know about it, but for my newbies, I do have a video on how I went about making this and as well what supplies I used. So I hope you go ahead and check that video out. I will leave it at the top of the screen, or I might even just go ahead and pop it into the description box so you can go ahead and find it there. So right here in this section right here is all of my lettuce. Okay, it's all of my lettuce and my brassicas. Now I am going to go ahead and start some different varieties today and some of the same varieties that I already have out in the garden. Now the great thing about succession planting is give you an opportunity is when one comes in, the other one comes out. So we're going to go ahead and get that started today. Now right here I have my pre-moistened soil. Now this soil has been sifted. Now, if you start your seedlings, please make sure that you do sift your soil or get some type of starting mix that does not have a ton of bark or sticks or stones and things like that that might hinder your seeds from coming up. So over here, I have my pre-sifted soil that I already pre-moistened. You want to make sure that your soil holds together just like this so that your seeds won't rot. Now, you see it nicely crumbles apart. Let me show you a close-up on how the soil looks. Okay, it looks great. It's nice and crumbly. Okay, not dripping wet or anything like that. Here is a 50 cell tray that I had got from Walmart, and I got it for free. It's part of their like a recycle area, and they went ahead and let me have them. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is fill this up with the pre-moistened soil. Okay, and what you want to do as you go ahead and fill in your trays, you want to make sure that your soil is not tightly compacted into your trays. So what can happen is it can be so compacted that the roots cannot do what it needs to do. And you want your roots to be able to travel through so you can go ahead and get some nice strong seedlings. So what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is just simply fill this tray up. And once I get this tray filled, okay, once I get it filled, I'm going to give each cell a slight push. Okay, I'm going to give it a slight push. Now, just fill it up, you guys. Just fill it on up, okay? All right, so now I'm just going to give each one of these a slight push, okay? And what this will do is make sure that we have a firm base for our seedlings, and it'll make sure that our seeds, when we go ahead and water them in, that our seeds will not go to the bottom. Because if your seeds go to the bottom, that is the end. There's no way for most seeds to come back up, especially with the size of seeds that we're going to be planting today. So I'm going to go back over, right, with my soil, just like this. Give it a good, and we're going to clean it all up, just like that. I like my tray kind of clean so I can see things. I like to see things visually. See things nice and neat, so I'm very particular about that. Okay, so now we went ahead and we got our tray nice and filled. We see here. Now I do have a nice little pencil here. Now if you follow me long enough, I love my pencil rule. And basically with what we're planting today, and we're planting lettuce wants to be planted 1/4 of an inch deep. So I usually just go ahead and utilize the length of the razor, and that's what I'm going to go ahead and make my little holes. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay. And this is just a quick and easy way to go ahead and get a good measurement of how deep your seeds are without putting in any guesswork on how deep you should put them. So we're going in there about roughly 1/4 of an inch deep. Okay, so right here we have our holes. You see how perfect our holes are? Great in place, right down the middle, okay? So the next thing is to pick out what varieties are we going to be utilizing today. So I'm gonna go to my handy dandy little seed book. So some of the seeds that we're gonna go ahead and plant today is these varieties here. I'm gonna go with some iceberg lettuce. Now I am gonna go ahead and put this in some type of hanging basket or some type of pot. Okay, the Tango red leaf lettuce. And I'm going to go ahead and plant up some more butter crunch lettuce. I love butter crunch lettuce. Love, love, love butter crunch. So I'm going to plant the butter crunch lettuce. I'm going to go ahead and plant. What is this one? We're going to do some Paris Island lettuce. Some Paris Island lettuce. See it there? We're going to do the Grand Rapid lettuce. And we're gonna do some Batavian endive. Let's see what else we had here. We're gonna do some black-seeded Simpson. This is the black-seeded Simpson. I'm gonna do some ruby red leaf lettuce and some freckled romaine. Freckled romaine. Let's see what else. And that should be it for right now. Let's see what else we're gonna end up planting up. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna go ahead and plant is the freckled romaine lettuce. They look like this. Okay, go ahead and sprinkle just a little bit into the holes. Okay, and then make sure you tag them. Okay, now I do have my Venetian blinds that I went ahead and cut up. So here's my Venetian blind tags. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and tag that, and that was the, what was it, the freckle romaine lettuce. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go ahead on to the next one. We're gonna go ahead and plant the ruby red leaf. It is the ruby red leaf lettuce. All the seeds look the same. The only one that won't look the same is the frizzy endive, or any endive. Most of the endives look a little different. Okay, I'll show you in a few. Just gonna pop a little bit into our holes, and as we've done, we'll thin them as they come up. Okay. The next one is the black-seeded Simpson. I'm trying to make sure I don't put too many in my hand, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and put. It is gonna take some time, but it's really relaxing to come out and really get into the garden and get some of your work done for the season. Okay, on to the next one. Now I am doing a little bit better than last year, because you guys, I was marking things and forgetting to mark things. So this year I want to make sure I tag everything, okay? So this is the Grand Rapid that I'm going to plant here. And other than like the other seeds, these are darker, okay? So I am on a health journey to a better eating habits. So I am eating a little bit more lettuce than usual. So I want to make sure that I have a great deal of lettuce that I can enjoy. So that was the Grand Rapid. Now my favorites. I'm going to plant my butter crunch lettuce. I love butter crunch lettuce. The lettuce is so soft, it's so sweet. I just really love butter crunch lettuce. And I really want to plant 2 rows. I don't know yet. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4. I'm going to plant 2 rows of butter crunch. Now my next favorite is the romaine. I love romaine. I like to make my wraps with that. My tuna wraps or any kind of wrap in general. When it comes down to lettuce wrap, I like the romaine. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and tag that. Oh, that one's broke. Okay. So we got our butter crunch lettuce. I need to get 2 of those and tag them. So we got our butter crunch. And then the next one, I'm going to go with the Paris Island lettuce. Yes, I'm going to go with the Paris Island lettuce. And that looks almost kind of like a romaine, right? That's the Paris Island lettuce. I'm going to do 1 row. Of the Paris Island. Now, as we go along, I will be thinning them a little bit. I'm not going to thin them down to 1. I am probably going to thin them down to maybe 2. Okay, so that was the Paris Island lettuce. Let's tag that. Oh, why did my marker, you guys? Oh. So it's the Paris Island lettuce. Okay. And let's go on to our last 3 we have left. What we have left. We have our endive. Let me show you that, you guys. So the endive is going to look a little bit different. Okay. Let me show you. See if I can get you guys a little closer on this endive seed. Okay. So the endive looks like this. It looks a little bit different and the shape's different as well. The lettuce seeds shape almost like a grass seed, but the endive has rounder ends. Okay, so we're gonna plant those. Get them in the hole. We don't miss the hole. So we got our endive. Okay. So I hope you guys are getting y'all gardens ready. It's amazing. It's a great feeling. It's a relaxing feeling to come out and do this, okay? I love coming out here, just sitting, enjoying the fresh air and be able to just clear your mind for a moment. So that's a great thing to come out here and do. I love doing it because when I feel like a stressful day has came along, I come out and I play in my soil, okay? So it relaxes me. So this is the Tango Red Leaf Lettuce. I do like this one as well. Give your salads a pop of color as well. We're gonna go ahead and pop those in the hole. So roughly, I think I'm popping in here roughly probably 5 seeds per hole, which is fine because once, like I said, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna go ahead and thin them. And that was the Tango Red Leaf. Tango Red Leaf. Okay, and the last one is the iceberg. Now, I am not a fan of the iceberg that much. Slugs and snails really like this iceberg lettuce. I need to make sure that all of my iceberg definitely goes in a pot. The iceberg lettuce, the slugs and snails just love these crevice, these hideaway places, and definitely going in a pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop those in right now. Ooh, I put too many. Ooh, too many. Not too many. Got too many there. Okay. So, I don't want to put them in my other seeds. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and pop those in. And that's the iceberg lettuce. All right, it's already tagged. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and just sprinkle some soil right over top of these holes, just like this. Okay, I'm just going to sprinkle some soil right over top. Okay. Right, and I'm gonna give that a good knock, shake that soil down. Okay, so we got that done, and now what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and spray my seedlings in. And you guys, I really love this sprayer. Okay, this sprayer is everything. Ever since I've started to use it, I use it every day. I love this sprayer. Okay, I just love how it just does a wonderful job for me. I love it. So we're gonna water them in, and once they come up, I'm gonna go ahead and start thinning them. And then I'm going to go ahead and do like I did before, is go ahead and get them transplanted out. So, okay, we're at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed the content. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I do upload a video. So here is our succession planting of our new crop, and this is going to be our second crop of lettuce, and if it's not, this is going to be your first crop. And I hope you guys enjoy this video, and remember, there's beauty in everyone's garden, and bye-bye for now.